Look at a map of the Arabian Peninsula. Two nations, Yemen and Oman, share a long border and a coastline on the Arabian Sea. Their mountains and language are similar, and both follow Islam. From the outside, you might expect their stories to be alike. But today, their realities could not be more different. Oman is a picture of stability, a quiet success story in a turbulent region. Its cities are clean, its people have access to healthcare and education, and its government has used oil wealth to build a nation. Oman is a place for peace talks, a neutral ground in the Middle East. Its leaders have chosen peace and development, and the results are visible everywhere. Yemen, on the other hand, is a story of heartbreak. Years of civil war have left its cities scarred, millions face starvation, and basic services are a luxury. Generations have grown up knowing only conflict. Yemen is a place where hope is fragile, and daily survival overshadows dreams of stability. The contrast with Oman is stark. How did two similar countries end up so far apart? This isn't about geography or religion, it's about choices, leadership, and the decisions that shape millions of lives. To understand the fates of Yemen and Oman, we must look beyond headlines. We must examine the paths they took, the leaders who guided them, and the consequences of those decisions. Their destinies were not set in stone, they were shaped by human hands. Simple explanations for wealth and poverty, resources, culture, religion, don't hold up when you look at Yemen and Oman. Both have oil, both share Arab and Islamic culture, and their histories are deeply connected. If those factors were decisive, their fortunes would be nearly identical. But destiny is shaped by choices, not geography or faith. Yemen and Oman are proof. Two societies, starting from poverty and tribal division, arrived at opposite destinations. Oman chose unity and investment in its people. Yemen fell into division and conflict. 50 years ago, Oman was poorer and more isolated than Yemen. Yemen's port cities bustled with trade, while Oman had almost no schools or hospitals. Their starting points were not as different as they seem today. This comparison is more than academic, it's a lesson for the world. Progress is possible, even in the hardest places. Stability is fragile and can be lost. The difference often comes down to governance, vision, and putting people first. The story of Oman and Yemen reminds us, human choices shape a nation's future. For centuries, Yemen and Oman thrived as centers of global trade, land of frankincense and myrrh, crossroads of Africa, India, and the Mediterranean. This prosperity faded as trade routes shifted and the world changed. By the 19th and 20th centuries, both nations faced isolation and poverty. Most people lived in remote villages, bound by tribal loyalties. Central authority was weak, the tribe was everything. Life expectancy was low, education rare, and daily survival a struggle. This shared background of poverty and tribalism is key to understanding their later divergence. By the mid-20th century, both stood at a crossroads, on the verge of the modern world. Oil and new political ideas were arriving. The question, could they unite their tribes and use new resources to build a better future? The answers would set them on two very different journeys. Their destinies would be shaped by how they navigated this transition. In 1970, Sultan Qaboos bin Said Al Said came to power in Oman, inheriting one of the world's most isolated and underdeveloped countries. There were only a handful of paved roads, schools, and hospitals. His father's rule was repressive and closed to the outside world. Sultan Qaboos declared a new beginning, promising to use oil wealth for all Omanis. His first task, unify the country, offering amnesty to rebels and inviting them to help build a new Oman. He replaced old tribal rivalries with a sense of national identity. The Omani Renaissance began, investing in people, building schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. Life expectancy and quality of life soared. He crafted a foreign policy of neutrality, making Oman a friend to all and an enemy to none. While neighbors were drawn into conflict, Oman focused on internal development. This deliberate, people-focused leadership transformed Oman. Stability and progress became the norm. Oman's success is rooted in wise, inclusive leadership. It's a model of what careful, visionary governance can achieve. Yemen's 20th century journey was turbulent, divided into North and South, each with different political systems. Unification in 1990 was fragile, deep divisions persisted, leaders failed to build strong, inclusive institutions. Corruption and inequality fueled resentment, especially in the South. Power remained concentrated, and regional grievances grew. The government managed conflict rather than resolving it. The Arab Spring shattered this fragile balance, leading to civil war and foreign intervention. Yemen became a battleground for regional powers, its infrastructure destroyed, and its people plunged into crisis. While Oman built a nation, Yemen was torn apart by division and outside interference. To see the difference between Yemen and Oman, look at their children. In Muscat, a child wakes up in safety, attends a modern school, and dreams of a bright future. Healthcare is free, parks are safe, and opportunity is real. In Yemen, a child wakes to the sound of war, struggles for clean water, and faces daily threats. Schools may be bombed and survival is the main concern. The contrast is stark. Stability creates opportunity, while conflict steals futures. In Oman, young people start businesses, create art, and look forward with optimism. In Yemen, resilience is everywhere, but chaos makes progress nearly impossible. Brilliant minds are lost to war, and dreams are put on hold. The human cost of these divergent paths is measured in lost potential. Oman's investment in people has created a generation ready to lead. Yemen's crisis is robbing an entire generation of its future. The difference is not in the people, but in the environment they grow up in. Stability allows talent to flourish. War destroys hope before it can take root. Foreign policy shapes daily life. Oman's neutrality, under Sultan Qaboos and his successor, kept it out of regional conflicts. It refused to join the Saudi-led coalition in Yemen and maintained open channels with all sides. Oman became a trusted mediator, hosting secret talks and securing hostage releases. This diplomacy brought respect and insulated Oman from chaos. Yemen, by contrast, became a magnet for foreign intervention. Its civil war escalated into a regional proxy conflict, with Saudi Arabia and Iran backing rival sides. The country's fate was increasingly decided by outsiders. While Oman built bridges, Yemen became a symbol of division. Internal weakness left Yemen vulnerable to interference. Oman's unified leadership allowed it to chart an independent, peaceful course. Yemen's divisions opened the door to disaster. In 2026, the results are clear. Oman is stable and prosperous, with high literacy and life expectancy. Yemen faces a humanitarian catastrophe, its economy collapsed, and its society torn apart. Geography, religion, and history are not destiny. Leadership and choices are what matter most. Oman shows the power of wise decisions. Yemen reveals the cost of failed ones. But Yemen's story isn't over. Its people are resilient, and the desire for peace is universal. Oman's path, reconciliation, investment in people, unity, is not a secret. Change is possible, but it requires new leadership and vision. Yemen's future depends on difficult choices: unity, rejecting interference, and rebuilding. A new social contract based on justice and inclusivity is needed. The task is monumental but not impossible. Oman's quiet success is a reminder that a different future is possible. Even in the hardest circumstances, the power of choice can change everything.